Guess who's back? Back again. We are back.
Come and join me. No, I don't want to be in your pyramid scheme.
We've made it big in South Korea.
Turn around and basically I drop your pants halfway down the queue.
Essentially, we did a version of Y swapping.
Got GCSEs, you know. Great
Yeah.
podcast. Sounds amazing with new AirPods.
So hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Post Pavilion Podcast with me, Paul Gilbert.
And me, Chris Morley. Hello.
So welcome, episode 5, Chris. We made 5 episodes.
I know, it's exciting, isn't it? Because the fact that, we've been going since January and it seems to be, I was really enjoying it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm over the moon. And quick update on the statistics. We have hit 500 downloads of this very podcast. 500 downloads. We got an email today.
Blimey,
Yes.
That's pretty good. So there's 500 people that are listening around the world that have tuned in. So thank you. We appreciate that.
So, Chris, how has your week been? What's been breaking news for you?
Do you know what? Actually, breaking news. Talking of breaking news, at the time of this recording, Piers Morgan has left Good Morning Britain. Can you believe that? Have you seen the news?
I have seen the news. It's come up on my Instagram.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think he's going to be short of a few bits of work, is he, after this? But yeah. So that's happened. But this week, it's not been a bad week actually. I had my injection this week. I went down. Yeah, so I went down to the local doctors, and I queued up for about 45 minutes, which was not a problem. I just wish I brought a coat with me because it was absolutely freezing. So I had my jab, and I feel. Do you know what? I don't know what it is, but I do genuinely feel really, really good, and you do feel a bit like Superman when you're walking out. But yeah, so that was at the beginning of the week. Feel all right, feel fine. There's nothing to it. And also, what else has happened this week? Can I tell you about the story that happened to my mother-in-law this week?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You told me about this. This is amazing. Go for it.
So basically, my mother-in-law had to go into the doctors this week. It sounds like a joke, but this is a true story. So she was queuing up, and she said she was queuing up in the queue, and an elderly man in front of her stepped forward to go in, and his trousers dropped round to his ankles. So she was stood in the queue, and this poor old bloke, his trousers just fell down, completely fell down, and the poor nurses had to go around and just had to help him up. But I just thought, God, what would you do? Do you know that happened to me once? Not with trousers falling down, but I was at a festival, Isle of Wight festival, and I was coming out of the showers. And there was a big queue for the ladies' showers, so. For whatever reason, I'm not too sure why, but there was no queue for the guys. I went in, came straight out. So there I was, thinking I was Charlie Big Spuds, and I had my towel on, and I was carrying my little bag, wash bag, and then there was this group of ladies was going, "Oh, do you just hello, excuse me?" I was like, "What?" Turn around and basically I dropped my pants halfway down the queue. Because I had to walk along the queue of ladies that were getting ready to have a shower. So that was a pretty embarrassing moment because I didn't actually have the best pants on. You never do it at festivals. So that was my week. It was really good. How's your week been?
My week has been good this week. So I sound different this week on the podcast because I've had my microphone fixed. So I dropped my microphone a few weeks ago. So I've managed to get it fixed. And so that is all fixed. It's cost me an arm and a leg. So I've only got one arm and one leg left. I'll thank you. There you go. And so I've had my microphone fixed, so I'm over the moon about that. And I've not really been doing anything really. So no. I've been walking dogs. I've currently got my parents' dog. I'm looking after my parents' dog at the minute.
Lovely.
So I've got 2 dogs. I've got Millie and AJ, who I've just been walking and doing a little bit more walking with. And that's about it.
I mean, that's all we can do at the minute until these lockdown restrictions get eased. So, I can't wait until we can go out for a pint. That would be nice. Looking forward to that.
I just can't wait to give you. I can't wait to give you a big, I can't wait to give you a big hug because I haven't you. That social side of it, you just can't wait to hug people and stuff like that. But
I know.
the kids are back at school now, so that's good. And then the next phase, and then hopefully in June I'll be able to
do you know what?
Live a normal life.
Do you know what? I just can't wait to go. Hey, do you fancy going out for a pint tonight? You know,
it'd be a bit hard for you to say that to me though, because I live like 150 miles away from you.
Oh yeah, but I could just go. Right, I'm coming down this weekend. Should we go out for a beer? Yeah, all right.
Yes.
Or do you want to stay around? Oh, coronavirus. No, it's fine. It's all right now. So I just hope that, you know, things do get lifted. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. Anyway, we're not going to delve into that. What have we got coming up on today's episode then, Paul?
So we're going to quickly talk about the stats, because I love talking about the stats and where people have been listening from. We have a new country that has been added to our list.
Ooh.
Yep, we've got a new country. We've had 2 downloads from this country. That's been added to our list. So we'll talk about the stats. We've got a Chris v. Paul. We've got Tuts of the Week and anything else that comes up along the way. So that is what's coming up. And we're not going to talk about Piers Morgan getting sacked, because that's been a gone. So here we go with one of my favourite bits of the podcast is the stats, because I love to know where people are downloading and streaming our podcast from. And we have a new country that has been added to our list of countries that people have been listening in. And big news, Chris. We have made it across the water to Ireland.
Get in. Hey, now we've made it big in other countries as well. So, for example, Japan, South Korea, Uzbekistan. I mean, all the big countries, right?
Yeah, but we've now got a new country. Ireland has been added to our list. We've had a couple of downloads in Ireland, which I'm really happy about. And we can never go to Blackheath again, because that's where the majority of our listeners are.
I don't even know anybody that's in Blackheath, but like we mentioned in the last pod, I think some people are changing their location, and I think you can do that. So if there's anyone that's like works in IT, they can tell us something to do with the VPN or something like that. Basically saying that you're somewhere else where you shouldn't be. Is it legal? That?
Yeah, I've no idea. I don't even know what a VPN is.
Nah, no, mate. Well, anyway, we'll Google it.
We'll Google it. And
good,
Chris,
good
we've also had a message from somebody that lives in North California in America, we have, and he sent me a message saying that the podcast is the right length for when he drives to Southern California. So could we keep the podcast coming? So
right. Well, there we go. Well, if that's the case, then we'll keep them coming. And he's happy with the length of the. Do you mean the length of the episodes, or is it just?
Yeah, the length of the episode is the right length for when he drives to North California to Southern California.
What? It only takes half an hour.
Well, 40 minutes, but he might live on like the border. I don't know. So a big hello to Richard. Richard is his name. So hello, Richard, and thank you for getting in touch. So, those are the stats of the week, and we've hit over 500 downloads, which I'm over the moon about.
Keep them coming. Don't forget you can subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, and also leave us a lovely review if you're enjoying it so far, because we're having an absolute ball.
It's time for Chris v. Paul.
Right, it's now time to play a little game called Chris versus Paul. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say, do you like the little voiceover for Chris versus Paul?
Yeah, you recorded my voice doing it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, do you like the dramatise? Is that the word?
Yeah, no. Yeah. You dramatised it.
I did, right. Yeah. Anyway, right, time for a game of Chris versus Paul. How today's game's going to work is I'm going to ask Paul a couple of questions. Paul's going to ask me a couple of questions, and then also we've got a bonus round as well, which we'll talk more very, very soon. So, Paul, do you want to go first this week?
Yeah, but should we not tell everybody that currently in the lead is me? So I'm currently winning Chris v. Paul.
What's the score now?
2-1 to me. 2-1 to me.
2-1. All right. Okay, so it's still all to play for. All right.
Still all to play for. So, shall I go first? Actually, I'll ask you a question first, yeah?
Yep, do it. Let's do it.
All right, then here we go. So, Chris, this is your first question in Chris versus Paul. How can you make rubber bands last longer?
Okay. Yeah, what are my options?
Option A is dip them in cooking oil and leave overnight.
Yeah.
Refrigerate them. So put them in the fridge. Or store them in a warm place. So how can you make them last longer?
Well, it's got to be keep them in a warm place, because if you put it in somewhere cold, they're going to break. So I'm going to go with C.
C is your final answer.
Yeah, correct.
Actually, that's incorrect.
It's A, isn't it?
So, no, it's B. Apparently, if you put rubber bands in a fridge, they last longer.
No way. That's just ridiculous.
So it's not. That's what Google told me.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well done. Well, actually,
1-0.
1-0 to you. Okay, my question to you. According to a website I found on Google, what is the most popular car brand in the UK? Is it A, Ford, B, Mercedes-Benz, or C, Jaguar?
See, I think this might be a slightly trick question.
Right. Why is that?
Because like to get a Jaguar or Mercedes, you've got to actually. The question wasn't what's the most sold, so the most popular car make.
That's right.
I would say the most popular car make is. Everyone wants to drive a Merc, so I'm going to say Mercedes.
You go with Mercedes-Benz. I can tell you the correct answer is Jaguar. Jaguar is the most popular car brand in the UK. That was number 1. Mercedes-Benz I think came in at number 2, and Ford came in at number 4.
Right, sorry. I don't know one person that has got anything positive to say about a Jaguar.
Hey, you don't know anyone that... How many people do you know that drives a Jaguar?
None. That's my point.
Well, it's because you're not in the group of drivers that drive Jags.
But Jeremy Clarkson used to slag them off on Top Gear, so they can't be that. I'm kicking off.
Well, you can't mess with the facts here. My source was was very good.
Yeah, because everything on Google is true. Obviously,
I'll take it. So there we go.
Right, so it's still 0-0, 0-0, no points. Neither of us have got a question right.
All
so
right.
Now time for your question number 2. I think you'll get this one, but let's see how you get on. So here we go. How many players are there in an Olympic curling team?
Go on.
Is it 4, 5, or 6?
So an Olympic curling team. Okay, that's
the
one
on the ice.
Yeah, and they get the brushes out, don't they? And it's like they're sweeping the ice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How many people? I reckon there's 1, 2, 3. Like I know. I'm just going to go with. I'm gonna because there's always 2, isn't there? At the end, there's one that the one that chucks it down, and what does the other? Okay, I'll go with 4. Go with 4.
So 4 is your answer.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer.
Get
4.
in. Oh, well done. Thank you. I'm congratulating
You do that
myself.
all the time. You give yourself credit. You go, well done to yourself.
I'm giving myself a pat on the back. Well done. You're so clever, Chris. Okay. Well done.
Yeah. Well done. There we go. So 1-0.
Okay.
You got a point.
Your question. How many trophies has David Beckham won in his playing career? Is it A, 17, is it B, 18, or is it C, 19 trophies?
Of course you would put a Manchester United-related question in there, considering you're a part-time Man United fan.
But he didn't just play for Man United. I'm a part-time Real Madrid fan.
Yeah, and part-time. What, and a part-time LA Galaxy fan as well?
Yeah, I used to play... I used to buy him for FIFA.
Oh, whatever. Right, so 17...
18 or 19.
19. I reckon he didn't win anything with LA Galaxy. I think they won the UEFA Champions League with Real Madrid and the La Liga. So I'm going to go with 17.
You go with 17. And
yes.
That's the correct answer. Well done.
Get in.
But I will just add, actually, he won 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 4 Community Shields, 1 Champions League. Champions League, you must remember from back in 1999 when United won the treble. He was in that team. He won 2 MLS Cups with LA Galaxy, so he did win a couple of titles. And 1 league title when he played for Paris Saint-Germain, and also a league title for when he was at Real Madrid. There we go.
See, right. Every time we talk about Manchester United, it winds me up because you can't. I used to do this joke when we were on stage together that when you talk about football teams or whatever. Actually, I don't think when I used to host the wrestling, I used to find out what football teams people supported, and I'm a firm believer that you should support the team of the town where you were from, where you were born.
Absolutely.
So I'm from Derby, and I support Derby. But Man United fans are glory supporters because I used to get the audience, put your hands in the air if you support Manchester United. And literally 80% of the crowd will put their hands in the air. And then I'll go, now keep your hand in the air if you live in Manchester. But and everybody puts their hand down.
But how do you know that I've never lived in Manchester? How do you know that?
But you were born in Gloucester. I know that much about you, but yet you support Manchester United.
Yeah, but Gloucester doesn't have a football team. The nearest
yes,
one we
they
have...
do. Gloucester have got their own football team.
Yeah, they're not even a league. You've got to support somebody that's in a league.
No, you haven't. You support your hometown and you support Gloucester.
My nearest hometown is Manchester. Okay? So I'm going with Manchester
Your nearest
United.
hometown is like Bristol or Birmingham.
Yeah, but come on, who supports them? Who supports them?
Actually, making a really bold statement. I hate people that support Manchester United that are not from Manchester. So there we go.
That has opened up a can of worms. Right, okay, final question then. So how does this work, Paul?
Right, so I came up with this a few days ago. Basically, according to Google, you can Google anybody and see what their estimated net worth is. I was listening to a radio station the other day, and the radio presenter Googled her own net worth, and apparently she's worth like £5 million.
How much are you worth then, Paul? Does it say on Google?
No, because I share my full name with a Canadian guitarist, and he's worth like 150 million. So
Take that.
The idea of this game is we're going to say a celebrity, and then we're going to do their what their net worth is according to Google, and then name another celebrity, and you have to guess if their net worth is higher or lower than the person before.
I see what you're doing there. Yeah, I'm with you.
So there's 4 points up for grabs.
Right, okay.
4 points up for grabs. So I will start. So my first celebrity for you, Chris, is the well-known UK entertainer Bradley Walsh.
Yeah, love him.
Right? He obviously presents The Chase, and he's just a great variety act. Used to be a Fun Star or a Blue Coat Haven. Bradley Walsh, his net worth, according to Google, is 5.8 million. Okay?
Oh, I thought he'd be worth more than that, being he does The Chase every day. But go on, yeah.
So now I'm going to give you a celebrity, and you've got to tell me if his net worth is higher or lower than Bradley Walsh. And that celebrity is, ironically, Piers Morgan.
Ah, okay. So I reckon Piers Morgan definitely has got to be worth more than Bradley Walsh. Hands down, so I'm going higher.
So you for 1 point. So Bradley Walsh is worth 5.8 million, and Piers Morgan, according to Google, is worth 13 million.
Yes.
So you get a point. Are you taking points down, Bob?
Yeah, I'm taking the points down, yeah.
Well done. There we go. So here we go then for your next point. So Piers Morgan's worth 13 million. Now we're going to go to another well-known TV entertainer. He's sometimes known as the third leg to Anton Deck, Stephen Mulhern.
Oh, okay. Intrigued. All right.
So is Stephen Mulhern worth more or less, his net worth, than Piers Morgan? So Piers Morgan's 13 million. Is Stephen Mulhern higher or lower?
I'm going to go lower.
You're going to go lower for a point. You are correct. According to Google, he is worth 2.6 million.
Get out of it. Is he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not bad, is it?
So there we go. So you got another point. So
Thank
you're doing
you.
well so far. Now we've got Stephen Mulhern, 2.6 million. Now, is this next celebrity higher or lower? The GC, Gemma Collins.
Oh, interesting. Well, she's done loads of ITV2 stuff, hasn't she? So And I mean, she's been in Towie, 10 years now? I saw her on Live Stories actually the week. It's really good. She used to sell cars, and now she said she used to spend like 20 grand a month just staying in hotels and buying stuff.
Yeah,
anyway,
and doesn't her dad look after all her money now?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, pocket money off your dad.
Okay, is she worth more than Stephen Mulhern? I reckon.
FYI, sorry to interrupt. So just to clarify, this is just on Google, and it's just net worth, like estimated net worth. I'd love to actually know how much these people were worth, but anyway.
Be nice, wouldn't it? Be nice just buy us a pint. Yeah. Okay, I reckon Gemma Collins is worth more than Stephen Mulhern.
So you think she's worth more than Stephen Mulhern?
Yeah.
Stephen Mulhern is, according to Google, net worth 2.6 million. Gemma Collins is 2.8 million.
So I get another point, yeah.
So you get another point.
Get in.
Okay. So your final celebrity for your fourth and final point is Alan Titchmarsh.
I love Alan Titchmarsh. I love it. I'm so glad
I
you
did
brought
think
him in.
of you. So if you don't know who Alan Titchmarsh is, about 20 years ago he had it. Was it Garden Program?
Ground Force.
Ground Force.
Yeah, him and Charlie Dimmock.
Yeah, him and Charlie Dimmock, who was renowned for not wearing a bra, apparently.
Yeah, still doesn't.
Still doesn't. But Alan Titchmarsh, so Gemma Collins net worth 2.8. Alan Titchmarsh, is he higher or lower?
Well, he's done a lot of stuff over the years, but just recently, he used to have a chat show a couple of years ago, but recently hasn't done a lot. So I reckon it's lower than Gemma Collins.
Okay, so according to Google, you think that Alan Titchmarsh, his net worth is lower than Gemma Collins?
Yeah. Alan
Titchmarsh, according to Google, is worth 7.1 million.
What? That's unbelievable. Just for a bit of gardening?
Mad, isn't it?
That's a lot.
But if you think about it, he's been on TV for, 30 plus years?
Yes, yeah. That's what threw me, because I just thought he wasn't on TV that much. But then he's probably banked a lot over the years, hasn't he?
Yeah, but then basically as well, every time one of his old shows get shown on TV, and he's produced it or directed it, he'll get money.
God, I need to start learning.
So I
need to learn how to garden, me, you know?
Yeah. So there you go. So you got 3 points there. So what's your final total? Final total
is I got 4 points so far. So it's 4 points to 1. All right then. Okay. I'm probably going to do this wrong, so I'm just putting it out there because you delivered that very well. So here we go. I'm going to start with Bono from U2, the lead singer of U2. He's worth $700 million. Okay.
Right.
Now, Dolly Parton, is she worth more than Bono or less?
I think Dolly Parton is worth more than Bono because she's got her own theme park and 9 to 5. Yeah. So
good point.
She had residency in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I can tell you that Bono is worth more than Dolly Parton. So Dolly Parton is worth $600 million. So there we go.
That's ridiculous.
So no point for you. Okay, then. Next up is Dolly Parton worth more than Kanye West? Is Dolly Parton worth more than Kanye West?
Oh no, less.
Okay, so you think that Dolly Parton's worth?
Is this before or after his divorce?
No, this is before his divorce. This is the latest figures. So
okay.
Yeah, I assume it's. So you think it's
less?
You think it's less? Well, I could tell you that you're right. Dolly Parton is worth less than Kanye West because Kanye West earns a ridiculous amount of money. He earns $3.2 billion. $3.2 billion. Can you believe that?
Wow.
So well done.
That's mad.
For you. Okay, my next celebrity is Oprah Winfrey. Okay, you know the big chat Oprah, big chat show host.
Oh, more.
Okay.
Yeah, more.
You think she's worth more? Well, I can tell you, you're right. She is worth more than Kanye West at $3.5 billion. So well done there.
Yep. Cool.
Okay, then I've got one more to give you, haven't I?
Yeah, one more. So I need this to tie.
Oh, okay. Right. So next up, is Rihanna from Umbrella worth more than Oprah?
I'm not sure. I reckon Rihanna. She's got her own clothing brand as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it and say that Rihanna is worth more than Oprah Winfrey.
Well, I can tell you that Rihanna is worth less than Oprah. Rihanna only earns $550 million. So yeah, you were proper out there. So no points there. But congratulations, you got all in all 3 points, and I win the round with 4 points. Now it's come to the time of the pod where we talk about what's really gone on your nerves this week. So we like to do a feature which we call the Tut of the Week. So I'm going to kick things off this week because do you know what's annoyed me? Lidl.
What?
So basically, earlier this week, we thought we'd have an idea. We go, well, we need to cut back on a few things. Let's give Lidl a try because you see it on the adverts, little for less or whatever it is. And people always rave about it. My parents love Lidl. Anyway, I thought, I'll check it out. First thing that annoyed me was the fact you need £1 for the trolley. I mean, who carries cash on them these days? So I travelled quite far out to this Lidl as well. It was at least a 20-minute drive. Had no cash on me. Luckily, there was a stranded little trolley in the car park where I think somebody's nicked it in the past. So I thought, well, I'll use that. So got in there, and then I walk through, and then you just can't find anything. Have you ever been in there, Paul? Have you ever been into a Lidl?
I have never stepped foot in Lidl. I've got friends that have.
Honestly,
and gone, I ain't shopping there again.
Honestly, it was so stressful.
Is it Lidl that do the middle aisle thing once every Thursday or something? There's
a load of rubbish in that aisle which you don't actually need, but then you walk down there, you're thinking, oh, I do need it now. There was like toasters, microwaves, stuff to go camping with. I mean, it had literally any old crap. Honestly, loads of rubbish you don't need it. And anyway, so we go around the supermarket, couldn't find anything, and usually I think it throws me because when I go into my normal supermarket, I've got a little route. I think we've spoken about this before. We go in, You've got the fruit and veg aisle, you've got your meat aisle, you've got your cereals, you've got your sweets, you've got your crisps, you've got your toiletries. You know where you're going. You've got a little map wrote out. But this one, it's just, do you know what? They might as well have just gone, do you know what? We're going to chuck everything in there, in this big place, and you just go and find it. Because that's how it felt. And there's no prices for anything. There was no fruit and veg at the time. So yeah, and then that wasn't it. I got to the checkout, and I know I've heard stories that are renowned for being quick. Somebody I knew that worked for them and said, oh yeah, they got, the quicker they do it, the quicker the stats are or something. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, this guy, he didn't mess about. Literally, I put my stuff on the belt. He was examining it. He was literally whizzing it through, and it's not even very big. You put one bag in the little bit where you're meant to pack, and then he was just chucking it through. I was like, slow down, mate. It's not a race. And then I just walked out feeling really stressed. All right, I did probably save about 30 quid, but I couldn't buy half the stuff in there. That's how much I saved. So yeah, that was my tut of the week. So anyway, what about yours?
I'm sure it didn't really sound like a tut. It's more of you went to Lidl and you had a really bad experience.
No, do you know, I didn't have a bad experience. I didn't have a bad experience. It was just a frustrating one. I mean, they do a wonderful job. I mean, I can't really fault the customer service. That was all great. That was all lovely. But it's just the experience. I mean, I can't, it's not for me. I've given it a go. I've tried it. Yeah, I could save 20 quid, but then I'm going to spend 40 quid just going to see a doctor with stress.
See, how you feel about Lidl is how I feel about your supermarket that you go to on a weekly basis.
Oh, what, do you not like Morrison's?
I hate Morrison's. Something about Morrison's really annoys me. And that's where sometimes I go, because I'm a Tesco boy through and through. I've got my little club card.
I think
every little helps.
I'm surprised that Tesco haven't rang us up yet and gone, should we sponsor your podcast? Because we're giving them a lot of airtime.
But I do love Tesco. Maybe it's just the Tesco's where I live. I literally
Maybe.
know where everything is, walk in, it's nice and smooth, it's nice and simple. And the petrol station at Tesco's, they also look after my dog as well. Because when I go and get fuel, I let the dog out the boot and she goes behind the counter and she gets herself a few little treats along the way. So might have just got somebody to sack, but that is why I like to go to Tesco's.
They're doing the end of year report. Why is there so many dog biscuits going out of it?
Yeah, exactly. But you had a bad experience in Lidl, and I'm glad, but that's how I feel about Morrison's.
All right. So what's your tut then of the week? What's grinded your gears?
What's grinded my gears this week is car washes.
All right. Go on, expand.
See, I haven't even told you about this. Car washes, right? So, because we obviously can't go to like whether you pay somebody to clean your car.
Yeah.
With a jet wash and that, it's like 20 quid or whatever it is. So, and because we've had really rubbish weather, my car is filthy. 5 times this week, I've noticed the car wash has been closed and it's obviously broken down.
Because everybody else has got the same idea at the moment. They're just going to they just keep using it.
Right. Here's my point. So I noticed yesterday the cone had gone in front of the car wash, which means it's open, and I saw a car in there. And I was out walking the dogs, and I was like, right, I'm going to go now. So I literally kicked the dogs through the door, got in the car, I drove around, and guess what?
It was shut.
Oh, it's broke again.
So what did you do then?
Well, my car's still filthy.
Oh, right, so you haven't cleaned it?
No, I haven't cleaned it. And I will not be that... No, don't say it. I'm not going to be that person that gets a mop and bucket and cleans my car on my drive. I hate people that do that. Just go to a car wash because you never do a proper job of it anyway.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I'd rather pay somebody to do my car, but it is quite therapeutic. If you haven't, we haven't got much on at the moment, so...
No, sorry, no. What's therapeutic is buying a large latte from a Costa machine and then putting your little number in the car wash and sitting there while the car outside of your car is being cleaned. That is therapeutic.
See, I once used one of those car washes and my wing mirror fell off, so I never used it again.
Was that on your old blue Ford Corsa?
I had a Vauxhall Corsa, and I was like, oh, I just chuck. Do you know, it's an old car. It don't matter. I'll just chuck it through. And I took the aerial off because I think you had to take the aerials off on those old cars. And I was like, oh, I'd be absolutely fine. And I went through, and the bloody wing mirrors fell off. Both of them fell off. So I had a nice clean car, but I couldn't see who was behind me. So yeah, I never used them again.
Yeah, so my car is filthy. So Boris, if you suddenly decide to listen to the Post Pavilion podcast, it's not really clear when we can open the car washers again, so someone can clean my car for me. So if anybody knows what date I can get my car cleaned,
well, I think you can
please
get it.
Let me know.
Well, they open up shops, don't they, in April? Is it April? Yeah, I think it'll be from April you can get your car cleaned.
There we are.
Okay, we've got a couple of people who've written in with their tut of the week. So we've got hello to Dean. He says one of his biggest tuts of the week is scammer emails. He writes,
"Oh yes,
I just got an email from Yahusha telling me, apparently he's Jesus, telling me not to get the vaccine due to blah 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 blah." And he's also getting lots of prostitutes, women that love him, and a lady from Brazil that was meant to be his wife, and a fellow who sent him millions of pounds that he's owed, and asked him for his bank details. So basically, to cut a long story short, he hates people that keep spamming him through emails. I know what you mean, though. It just clogs up the inbox.
Yeah, but I had a text message one yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a text message from a mobile number, and it was the Royal Mail logo. It said, "We've attempted to deliver your parcel."
Oh, right.
But unfortunately, I needed to pay some excess payment, or it's too heavy, or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, extra postage.
And it was only when I was about to click the link, and then I was like, "It's come from a mobile number," so it was a hack. I've had a message on Instagram from a Kayla. And her biggest tut of the week is, wait for it, the clicking on an iPhone when you type a message.
Oh yeah, I know what she means there. Do you know what I do? I actually have my phone on silent all the time because I hate the little clicks. And I just don't even like even when somebody rings, don't even like that. So I just turn it off. Just turn it on silent. constantly. But then I had the flip side where I keep missing people's calls.
Yeah, but when someone's like stood next to her in a queue for a coffee, or she's in a supermarket and someone stood typing, it's the
so it's not just necessarily her typing it; it's when other people are typing. Oh, I'm with you.
But there is a setting that you can turn it off. But yeah, so that is her. Apparently, it really upsets her, and apparently, she's sometimes pre-COVID, she's had to tell somebody and go, seriously, can you stop?
Oh,
it really winds her up.
God, she's had to tell that person as well to switch it off.
Yeah, can you switch it off? Especially if you're in a coffee shop and you sat down and the table behind you, they're going. It's like it really winds her up. Apparently, that's her biggest tut, not even of the week, but in her life. Ever. Yeah.
Oh,
and do you know what else is really annoying? When you send somebody a package and you send it to the wrong house. Because Kayla was the one that tried to play the prank on me.
Oh, so we found out who it was in the end.
Yes, we did. So last week I had a prank parcel, and after doing a bit of discovery, it actually clicked when Kayla sent me a text message to tell me that this was her tut of the week, whatever. And then I went, actually, and I recognised her handwriting and went, yeah, it's you. So boom.
Well done, Columbo.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think that's all we've got time for today's episode. And thanks for tuning in. We've really enjoyed it. Don't forget as well, you can like and subscribe and tell all your mates as well, because we do appreciate it. And we're having lots of fun doing this, actually. And we're learning as we go along, aren't we, mate?
Yes, we are. But don't forget Facebook, Instagram, the whole shebang. We're going to start doing some more stuff on the socials, so you can get involved and get in touch with us for all the usual channels. But yeah, keep downloading, keep streaming. We love doing this, and we hope you have the most amazing 2 weeks. And we will be back in 2 weeks' time, won't we?
We will be. All right. See you all again soon. And we'll see you for episode 6 of the Post Pavilion Podcast.
Bye.